Hey, yo, what's the word? What's the word? Welcome back to another episode of The Cheap Truth with your boy Justin J. Will, or whatever you want to call me. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Hope you can hear me real well through your speakers, your headphones, your $200 AirPods, your Beats by Dre, whatever you may be doing right now besides listening to me. Wherever you may be listening to this from, I appreciate you for dropping in, checking in on your boy. Because as always, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you decided to be here with me. So for that, I appreciate it. And it is by the grace of God that I actually remember my intro, because it's been so long since I've been on here. It's been a while since I've actually put out any content. I apologize for that, but I promise you that there are several good reasons as to why that was. But I'm here today, here tonight. I don't know when I'm gonna put this out. I don't know if I'm gonna put this out tonight or tomorrow, but one of the two. But y'all know what I'm saying. So, how should I start this off? I guess I will say, since it's the end of the year, or almost the end of the year, I want to say thank you to anybody out there who has listened to the Cheap Truth, that has supported the Cheap Truth, whether that's by just listening to the podcast, by liking an episode, by commenting on the episode, going to the Facebook page, liking, following the Facebook page, the Instagram page, the YouTube page, Twitter page, all the social media. Though I haven't been very active on either one of the pages lately, if you've gone to one of them and liked the page or followed or whatever, just showing some type of support throughout the year, I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I thank you so much. If you listen to this for the first time, welcome. Appreciate it. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you follow. Make sure that you subscribe so you won't miss another episode and all that good stuff. So I appreciate it. Just any support. I don't care. Trust me. How you may think that is super small, trust me, it's big in my eyes. I don't care what it was. I don't care what it was. I don't care what it is. Trust me, it's big in my eyes. So, very excited for next year. Very excited to see what next year is going to bring. I got some ideas in my head that I want to get to really try to take this thing to the next level. It'll just be a matter of me executing my ideas and trying to bring my dream to life and where I really want to take this thing. So very excited, man. You should be excited, because you get a chance to be a part of the growth. You know what I'm saying? You get a chance to be a part of the building process. You get a chance to be a part of this from the start. So very excited about this. So stay tuned. Like I said, make sure you subscribe so you won't miss another episode. And I promise from this point forward, I'm going to put out more content on a regular basis like I was before I took this abrupt break, which, like I said, there are several reasons why I took a break. So anyway, I just want to talk a little bit today about going crazy. Or maybe I shouldn't say going crazy, but trying not to go crazy. So it's been a lot going on. Okay. Needless to say, the year 2020, there has been a lot going on. I think I speak for everybody out there when I say there has been a lot going on. I said this before in a previous podcast. Like, there hasn't been one person that hasn't been affected by 2020 in some shape, form, or fashion. Like, everything that's going on, COVID, like, everybody has been affected in some shape. You may not have necessarily had the virus, but it has affected you in some shape, form, or fashion, whether it be your job, whether it be a family member, whether it be, your kids. You got kids and they're out of school and now they got to do virtual classes. It has affected you in some type of way. So a lot going on this year. You got the pandemic. We've had plenty of deaths. We've had a lot of change. We had an election. We got a new president. A lot going on. So it's easy to see all of this stuff going on, especially if you pay attention to the news. I mean, and the big thing now is, well, I guess the two biggest things now is the stimulus. All right, the stimulus checks. Are we getting another round of stimulus checks? Another COVID relief bill. I guess that's a big thing, and also the vaccine. So the COVID-19 vaccines, they're rolling those out now to I guess the frontline workers. That's the group that's primarily getting the vaccines now, and there's some type of pecking order, some type of hierarchy to how they're gonna distribute the vaccines out. But the vaccines are here, and they're giving them out. So between those two things are pretty much the biggest things in the news. So stimulus and COVID-19 vaccines, and of course COVID, right? COVID itself. I said itself. COVID itself. It's easy to see all that going on, man, and to see all the news stories, because thing about the news is the news will just make you believe that everybody's just like, you just gonna die tomorrow. That's what the news does, man. Like, they really make you believe. They will structure those stories, and they will just hammer away at it every day to make sure you see it, to make sure you see the numbers, to make sure you see this person died, this doctor died. I just saw a doctor in Texas died. He was I guess he was pretty known, being on the front line, and had been in the news a lot, and he ended up dying. And so let me back up a little bit. So I'm not saying it's not important to be aware of these things. I'm not saying that, because we all need to be aware. You need to wear your mask. You need to be safe. You need to wash your hands. This is no way. This isn't me trying to downplay COVID, because I will never do that. Hey, I'm not going to downplay COVID, because it's nothing to be played with. There's been too many people who have died. You know what I'm saying? Christmas is tomorrow. So there will be people who won't be able to, spend time with their loved ones because COVID took them away. Look, I understand. It's nothing to not pay attention to. So I will never get on here and say that. But what I'm getting at is that with so much coming at you, and then on top of that, there's no telling what else is going on in your life. Like, I had to catch myself earlier today. I was on social media, and I think I was on Facebook, and I saw this story about this kid in Kansas City, a 3-year-old kid, and he had a stroke. Yes, 3-year-old stroke. Which is just like, whoa, really? Like, that never heard of that before a day in my life. That's the first time I've ever heard of a kid having a stroke, especially somebody that young. Maybe a teenager. Maybe I've heard of a teenager having it, but a kid, 3-year-old kid, never heard of it. So this 3-year-old had a stroke. So they traced that back to COVID. And, I just saw the story, and I was just like, man, damn, that's crazy. I mean, you see these stories that come out, bro, and you turn on the news, and of course it's COVID, and every day the cases are rising, and every day more people are dying, which is unfortunate. And like I said, it's nothing to scoff at. I'm not saying downplay it or anything like that, but you see these stories. I saw this story earlier, and then I managed to come across a story from like November, I think. Some guy from Harvard, he ended up having a stroke, if I'm not mistaken, and they traced that back to COVID. So, I mean, all this stuff just kind of hits you, and all this is so new, right? I mean, this isn't like the flu or, a common cold, anything like that we've just seen before, people just dying from, car accidents and stuff like that. This is all new to everybody. This damn virus that just came out of nowhere and just started wrecking shop on the world. Not just America, the world. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it can do something to you. It really can. It can mess with your mind. It really can. And I had to catch myself. I'm like, hold on, just don't. Have you guys ever heard of paralysis by analysis? It's one of those things, man. So you got all these news stories hitting you, and every time you open up Facebook, every time you open up CNN, every time you open up newspaper, if people do that in 2020, which I don't think nobody's opening up newspapers, physical newspapers, but every time you see the news, every time you go on YouTube, COVID is just right there. When you go to the grocery store, COVID is right there. You see people with the mask, there's no escape. So it can do something to you, man. It can really do something to you. And I had to back up and I had to be like, well, you know what, just let me relax a little bit here. And, just kind of, get it back and just realize that this is where we're at. There's nothing I can do about it. God bless everybody that's been affected by this. You know what I'm saying? God bless everybody that hasn't been affected by it. But there's nothing that I can do, and there's nothing that you can do about it, except for just try to play your part and try to be safe. One thing I realized about the news is the news will make sure to bombard you with the bad stuff. They're going to make sure that that's front and center. They're going to make sure that you know the numbers. They're going to make sure that you know that the numbers are rising. They're going to make sure that you know that more people are dying. They're going to make sure that. And when it comes to any positive outlooks, it's like they kind of skim over that, or there's some type of qualifier behind it. Yeah, numbers are down here, but the doctors say, yeah, but it's just an aberration. That's all it is. It's just an aberration. That's what they tend to do. So you got to realize, man, that they got a job to do. They're gonna go for. They're going to report the things that get a lot of clicks, that's going to garner a lot of attention, because that's what they do. They're the news. That's how they got to have some attention grabbing content, some attention grabbing stuff. And if it was just, oh, well, COVID is going down or the numbers are going down in Miami, Florida. Okay. That doesn't have the same ring to it as, oh man, numbers are going up in Miami and businesses are closing down. Like, it doesn't have the same fire behind it. It isn't attention grabbing like Miami's going down under. You know what I'm saying? Like, COVID is taking Miami and just putting it in a figure 4 leg lock. So all I'm saying is, man, keep your sanity. It's hard, I understand, especially if you got other things going on. I don't know what you might have going on. You got kid problems, you got father problems, you got mama problems, you got house problems, you got bill problems, you got whatever else. Maybe you have something going on that has nothing to do with COVID, but you got to stay in there. You feel me? Stay in there, fight the good fight. Just do what you can. Just do your part. And, don't let people, and not even just the news outlets, but don't let them ruin your peace. Don't let them affect you in a negative way and have you all upset and you all worrying and all that stuff, man. Because at the end of the day, man, I mean, what you gonna do? Well, I mean, what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing I can do about any of this stuff. Nothing at all, besides just try to protect myself and, try to do my part and protect my family, make sure I'm not putting them in a messed up position. That's all you can do, man. You know what I'm saying? So, watch out for paralysis by analysis. Hey, dial it back, turn social media off. Don't look at the news. Once again, I'm not saying downplay the virus. Don't downplay the virus. I don't believe it's a hoax. Okay, I don't believe it's fake news. It's a real thing. But at the same time, you can't let that affect you in such a way that you get stressed, that you're not able to concentrate on your daily work, that you're not able to be, the family person, the mom that you're supposed to be, or the dad that you're supposed to be. Can't let that affect you, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hang in there. You gotta learn how to filter some of that information out, because they will run you crazy. And I mean, 2020 has been a hell of a year. So, hey, there's been a lot going on over on my side. I'm pretty sure it's a lot going on your side. You know what I'm saying? A lot going on everybody's side. You feel me? Everybody's feeling the effects in some shape, form, or fashion. Whether it's with COVID, whether it's with something else. Everybody goes through things, man. But you gotta stay positive. You gotta keep a positive outlook on things, because it's easy. Negativity is all around us. You know what I'm saying? Negativity is all around us. So you got to keep a positive outlook on things, and you got to stay positive, keep your head up. And, if you got to dial back a little bit, you got to step away, get off social media, Go read you a book or something. Go play the game. Huddle up with your family. Do something. Play some board games or something, man. Do something. Just kind of get your mind off it, because it can do something to you. And I don't think that there's anything saying, damn, these are scary times. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you've never been through anything like this. I mean, I know my generation hasn't. You feel me? We haven't been through anything. I know some of the older people, they've been through other things, when, I don't know, whenever they rolled out previous vaccines. But we ain't never been through anything like this. I've never been through anything like this. You feel me? So it's all new, and seeing some of those things can be scary, man. I mean, to see a 3-year-old having a stroke and they traced it back to COVID, that's scary. And then you read about all the stuff that the long-term effects it can have on your heart. And then check this out. I forgot the young man's name at Florida. I think his name was Keontae Johnson. I might have that wrong, but forgive me if I do. But the young guy at Florida, like a couple weeks back, 2-3 weeks back, he just collapsed on the court. That was a hard video to look at, man. I mean, he just collapsed. He couldn't brace it. He couldn't brace himself or anything. He was walking back from the huddle. I guess they had a timeout or something. He's walking back from the bench. He was going back onto the floor, and he just flat out fell on his face. And he was one of many students at the University of Florida who caught COVID. If you guys remember, there was a big outbreak on Florida's campus earlier this year. I can't remember whether it was the summer. I think it was during the summer. So they had a big outbreak. He was one of the individuals who had COVID, who ended up getting COVID. And so, long-term effects of the heart, I guess they've determined that it could cause inflammation of the heart. Basically, your heart grows larger. You know what I'm saying? You end up with an enlarged heart. I don't think they know if COVID had anything to do with that. I think they're still trying to determine, but I mean, they've found that, yeah, you have COVID, you could have long-term effects. You could have long-term, damage to your heart. So the only reason why that story isn't big now, or wasn't as big as it should have been, is because he didn't die. Let's just go ahead and call it what it is. He didn't die. Luckily, he was able to be, stabilized. He was in ICU, in critical condition, but I think they put him in a medically induced coma, if I'm not mistaken. So it was looking bad for him for a while. But he's, he has since come around, and looks like he's gonna be able to recover. And I'm not wishing anything bad on him. When I said that, the only reason why the story wasn't as big as it should have been is because he didn't die. But I'm just saying that the only reason why it wasn't as big as it should have been is because he didn't die. That's it. Just point blank, period. Once he kind of got stabilized, and everybody just kind of waved their hands like, oh, okay, and just continue on. But that's a real thing though, man. Like, bruh, I mean, he had COVID, and I mean, this ain't nothing to just, wave by it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't nothing to just pass on by. Oh, nothing to see here. No, there is something to see here, partner. Because the next person that end up like that, they might not make it. You know what I'm saying? So it's scary, man. It's scary. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that, to say that, damn, that's scary to think about. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you could have COVID and not even know it, but you still have these heart problems down the line. But you never knew you had them, because you never knew you didn't know that you were at risk for it, because you never knew you had COVID, because you didn't have any symptoms. Get what I'm saying? Like, it's alarming. It's alarming, and it can get to you. You know what I'm saying? It can get to you. It can get to me. It can get to anybody, man. But at the end of the day, ain't nothing I can do about it. Ain't nothing I can do about it, man. When God called me, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? I don't know whether it's going to be tonight. I don't know whether it's going to be tomorrow. I don't know whether it's going to be next year. It might be 5 years from now. Might be 5 days from now. Might be 50 years from now. I don't know. But, man, when it's your time, it's your time. So, just don't get caught up in that, man. I had to kind of catch myself. Like, oh, man, this is alarming. This is scary. Then I was like, you know what, but ain't nothing you can do about it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? All you can do is just, do what you can do as far as, just keeping yourself safe and just, praying and let God have his way. Shoot, when it's your time, it's your time. No matter what's going to happen. When it's your time to go home, it's your time to go home. I just wanted to relay that message to everybody out there, man. Just I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's in good health. When I say that at the beginning of these podcasts, I really mean that. I hope everybody's doing well out there. Seriously, man. Health is wealth. It really is. So make sure you're getting your checkups. Make sure you got you a primary doctor. Make sure you staying on top of your diet, and make sure you staying on top of your exercise. All that good stuff, man. So I really mean that. I hope everybody's doing well out there when I say that, for real. So I think that's it for me. Hang in there. 2021 will be way better than 2020. Calling it now. Just hanging there. I'll probably put out 1 or 2 more episodes. I don't know. I'll probably do a couple live and direct from the iPhone X's. I think better when I'm able to just kind of get up and walk around, and I can just be on my phone and not have to be in front of this mic and try not to move around and stuff. So, but yeah, be on the lookout for probably 1 or 2 more episodes, I guess, before the year is over with. But next year, man, I'm trying to take this thing to the next level, man. I'm trying to take it to the next level. You feel me? Trying to take this to the next level. So just be on the lookout. Make sure you support. Make sure you like this episode. Follow the platform. Make sure that you follow all the social media pages, the Facebook page, the YouTube page, Instagram page, Twitter page, all that good stuff, man. So as always, make sure you count your blessings, not your problems. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.